Hello, darling hearts. It's your GAPS coach, Emma, here with my fizzy lemon fizzing. Can you hear it? Bicarb, lemon juice, cream of tartar, vitamin C. Remineralisation of the nation is what's required. My lovely friend Andy Graham, who lives in Australia, I think, posts pictures of him swimming in the sea and like being by the seashore out in the middle of nowhere, no one else around, like quite frequently, and it looks so idyllic. And he's talking today about dolphins. He's seen some dolphins, and I wanted to tell you about one time, like, what reasons to stay alive, reasons to be alive. Why are we here? What's, at the moment, my good friend Kate Pope in Florida, like all of these people all over the world that I've connected with because of the days when we were stuck indoors during the pandemic. But Kate Pope has just been talking about an FPIES report. FPIES standing for Food Protein Intolerance or Induced Enterocolitis or something like that. Basically, babies are drinking their own mother's milk and just sicking it all up again, and they just can't put any weight on, and they just waste away basically, and they can die. They can die of that failure to thrive, right? And then the mothers have to change their diets, and there's something you can do about it. Basically, the mainstream will say give them a corn syrup based formula with vitamins and minerals in it. And then they do stay alive, but they don't really thrive, they don't really thrive. So what we can do is make literally a kind of chicken stock and add some other ingredients with colostrum and things like that, fermented dairy, and feed them on that, like a baby formula. You can make a baby formula out of animal-based products if the mother's milk is so toxic that the baby is allergic to it. Now, can you imagine? My baby Bibi had projectile vomiting often of my own milk. That was before that name came in of FPIES, failure to thrive or whatever. I didn't know what it was, and she was allergic to all the foods I was giving her. Anyway, reasons to stay alive. That's why I was because it can seem so depressing. It's like, has the world become so toxic and poisonous that babies are allergic to their own mother's milk? What the actual heck? We've absolutely got to pull our socks up, people, and get clean. Get clean. If you're even thinking about having a baby, or anyone who's thinking about having a baby, they need to get clean. And GAPS is a lush, delicious French cuisine style way of doing it. So put them on to me, and let's remineralise the nation. The best possible way to do that is to get your shoes and socks off and go down to the ocean and stick your feet in it, or just get on the soft grass, get on the grass, or just get on the dirt, on the earth, Reasons to stay alive. At one time, I was in Greece on a wooden sloop, not a yacht, a little wooden boat, in my 20s this was. And the boat was sailing Petaluda, they call it. So it had one sail on one side of the boat and the other sail on the other side of the boat, because it had two sails. And so we're sailing along Petaluda, that butterfly it means in Greek, with the wind behind us. So we're actually travelling at the same speed as the wind. So it's silent, completely silent. And I'm on an azure blue sea that seems to just disappear into the azure blue sky. So all I can see in my field of vision is blue. Blue sea, blue sky, and it's so hazy on the horizon that you can't quite tell where the horizon is. And I'm standing right at the bow, right at the very front bit, and I'm holding on to the forestay, which is the wire that connects the front of the boat to the top of the mast, which you hoist the mizzen on. And then I'm holding on to that, looking into the blue, just look like my whole field of vision filled with blue. And I'm singing to myself a little humming a little hum. And what do I see in the water? But dolphins. Dolphins come up and swim along with me in the boat, and I sing to them, and they look up at me in the water, and they play a little while. And the person I was sailing with was asleep, having a snooze, so I couldn't sort of say, hey, let's stop moving and stop for a while and swim with them. I just sort of had to be there. Had to be. What a joy! What an absolute joy! It was the most magical moment of my entire life. And you never know when you might find a magical moment. And it might feel as though life is as dull and grey and boring and terrible as you could possibly imagine, and what's the point anyway? But I'm here to tell you that there are magical moments to be had out there. Quite often they come when a new life comes into the world. Because I can remember being horribly jaded and cynical for quite some time in my late 20s, thinking, what's the point of this 3D realm? I wanted to disassociate and get off into the astral and, leave my body. Leave my body behind, because it's cumbersome and troublesome, and just move on to the next realm. I was like, I've had it with this game now, with this simulation. Let's just move on, shall we? Very depressed I was, very low. And then somehow, by some miracle of happy accident, I found Dr. Natasha's work, and I'd already kind of starved myself a little bit by fasting inadvertently, because every time I tried to put food in my mouth, I was bursting into tears. But so I know what it is to be in the depths of despair and to have a dark outlook and think, what is the point? But I'm here to tell you, when you get your minerals balanced and when you get the building blocks to actually build your body of really strong stuff, you can start to have miraculous, magical moments. And if anyone's thinking of having a baby, get clean before you do it, because then when you have the baby and you start to see the world through that baby's eyes, suddenly it's a magical, awesome, mysterious, wonderful place again. You start to see the awe and the wonder through the baby's eyes. But not if the baby's sick and sicking up its own mother's milk, right? That this is happening. I've just been on a webinar talking about the FPIES with Kate Pope, and there are mothers with like a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old who are feeding them through a tube because their guts are so broken. We've got to get on it, people. It's not funny. I'm laughing in the face of adversity. Anyway, darling hearts, see me at timelesscookery.com, and let's make the world a better place, because it's your responsibility. Once you've heard about this information, it's your responsibility as well to spread the word and get people off the opiates of the masses and the weaponized food system, and start to get them strong so they can use the prodigious power of their minds to create the new reality, which means imagining all best possible outcomes. Imagining the beauty, imagining the wonder, imagining standing on a bow of a boat with nothing but blue, with dolphins swimming at your feet. Picture it, Imagine the wonder, the awe, the beauty of this realm. It's amazing. It's hard to see it when you're in pain. So let's get out of pain and make it all better. Lots of love, people. Oh, what a lovely something. Thank you so much, Andrew. That's very kind of you. Okay, bye.